the meeting is being recorded. With this, I'd like to welcome everyone with a huge round of applause. This is our culture. And let's do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ching, ching, ching. All right, let's kickstart today our open house Royal Premium meeting. We shall start with our Toastmasters promise. And we shall now invite everyone to raise their right hand and to repeat after me. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meeting regularly, to prepare all my speeches to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting requirements, to provide fellow members with helpful constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for members to learn and grow. With this, it's my honor now to invite all of you to please put down your right hand now. And we shall now invite our Toastmaster of the evening, none other than our past area director, Chester Liang, who also has been past president of Hybrid, past president of Exto. Currently, he's running a fantastic workshop that's called Speechcraft. And we are so honored to, of course, have Chester also as a District 51 admin manager. And that's a big deal. So with this, let's give a huge round of applause to welcome Chester on the virtual screen. Over to you, Chester.
Thank you so much, Madam President. No, President. Yes. Our Madam President, distinguished Toastmaster Pat. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to Royal Premier Toastmasters Club, meeting number 149 with the theme, Create Your Own Sunshine. And this theme is related to the International Day of Happiness, which is today. And I really like the theme because the theme made me think about that life isn't always bright, but you can create your own sunshine. So positivity isn't about avoiding the storms. It's about finding light within. So we can choose gratitude to spread kindness and embrace challenges as growth. So when you shine from within, you illuminate the world around you. So don't wait for the sun, be the light. All right. So as the Toastmaster of the evening, my duty as the TME is to act as a friendly host and conduct the entire program, including introducing the participants and the overall running of the meeting. So allow me to share a brief history of Toastmasters International. Toastmasters International was founded by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley in 1924, October 22nd, and the first official meeting was held under the basement of YMCA building located in Santa Ana, California, USA. So about Toastmasters, it is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs. Today, we have more than 270,000 members worldwide in 150 countries with more than 12,700 clubs. So as a Toastmasters, I'm proud to be part of this global organization, which has been around for 100 years and counting. In Toastmasters, we also have an education system called Pathways. So it is an exciting, flexible, and interactive way to develop your skills and help others in our club or your club to develop theirs. So at the since 2024 October, they have launched the pathways in 6 different paths, and they are dynamic leaderships, visionary communications, presentation mastery, persuasive influence, motivational strategies, and engaging humors. So the other 5 paths out of the 11 paths that were introduced before that, we call them the legacy path. And it will be available until end of next year. Right, about Royal Premier Toastmasters Club. So our club is based in District 51, Division P, Area P7. And the club was chartered back in January 11, 2018 with our charter president here today, distinguished Toastmaster Rita. Let's give her a big round of applause. Right. Our meeting today is conducted in 3 sessions. We have the project speeches, followed by an immediate evaluation by our esteemed evaluators. And finally, we will have the table topic session, which we call it the impromptu speech as well. So before I move on to our first speaker, our first speaker for today is Jai Narayan. And Jai is a seasoned speaker and valued member of Royal Premier Toastmasters Club. He inspires audiences with his heartfelt and impactful speeches. So despite being visually impaired, he delivers his message with remarkable clarity and passion, leaving a lasting impression for all who listens to his speech. And without further delay, please put your hands together to welcome Jai Narayan with his speech titled Half-Baked Cakes. Half-Baked Cakes, Jai Narayan.
Now, would you ever sell or serve a half-baked cake to a customer or an invited guest? No, of course you wouldn't do that, would you? You would probably re-bake the cake until you got it tasting and looking delicious, right? Then why is it that we often fail to complete tasks to our own and others' satisfaction? In fact, we make half-baked, half-energetic, half-hearted attempts to do things at home, at work, and even within the Toastmasters program. Why? I'll tell you why. I call it POP, P-O-P. Passion for life and for doing anything in our life, ownership for our actions, and pride in the outcome. Now, when you are passionate about what you do, you take ownership for your tasks and you take pride in completing it to near perfection. However, American writer Martha Ward once wrote, and I quote, "How you do anything is how you do everything," unquote. Now, just think about it. When you enjoy doing something, baking, biking, cooking, cleaning, singing, dancing, reading, writing, gardening, paragliding, mountain climbing, gymming, or you can throw in whatever else you want that you enjoy doing into this list, you will do it well, isn't it? Well, however, we fail to forget, or we do forget, that we sometimes do not have a choice in the work we do, especially at work, but we do have a choice in our attitude towards our work. Remember what Martha Ward said? How we do anything is how we do everything. Now, interestingly, I came up with that term POP, P-O-P, passion, ownership, pride, because I learned about it first from my dad. All those years ago, when I was still in school, my father would often tell me, "Hey, Joy, make sure you do the best you can with what you have. No half baked cakes or attempts, Joy." Oh my goodness. He was especially critical of unfinished homework and studies. In 1978, when I was just 16, my family moved from a small town in eastern India to Bombay, a large port city in western India. We were not a very affluent family. And my parents, well, they came from a very simple, frugal background and upbringing. I still recall my father making tables, cabinets, even shelves from all those wooden packing crates. And he did all of this by hand using just his basic carpentry skills and some simple tools. In 1980, we got our first TV, a large boxy cabinet on four legs that was capable of receiving only black and white broadcasts and on only two channels. My father, he even made a wooden ladder to climb up to the rooftop so that we could adjust the TV antenna regularly in case we got ghost or double vision on the screen. Once again, Dad reminded me, Jai, do the best you can with what you have, especially now that you would be going to college. Well, several years later, I was working as a graphic designer for a creative marketing agency in Japan. And I recall that the CEO of my company, Yokoyama Shacho, one day at lunch telling me, Joy-san, 情熱そのものは物事を動かすんですよ。覚えてください。Passion is in itself a driving force that can move anything. Never, ever forget it. I still remember these strong words of Yokoyama Sacho. And on several occasions, I have observed gas station attendants in Japan in their cap and uniform run up to an arriving car that had come for a refill and shouting, "Irashimasu, welcome." And as one of them immediately started to fill the tank, another would take the ashtray and any other rubbish that the occupants wished to discard and then clean the ashtray with an air hose. Return that clean ashtray. Meanwhile, the third person would diligently wipe the windscreen, the side mirrors, the side windows, and the back windows. It was teamwork at its best, executed to perfection and to synchronized timing. They would then all three run up to stand in one line near the exit. And as the car was leaving, they would lift their caps and go bowing. どうもありがとうございました。またいらっしゃい。気をつけてください。Thank you very much. Please come back again and take care. They would then run back to the waiting customer who was next in line saying, お待たせいたしました。Can you keep you waiting? And the same routine would continue all day. Now, you might call it robotic, but to me, that was a fantastic example of POP. Passion, ownership, pride for doing whatever you have to do to the best of your abilities. No half-baked cakes. Ever since then, I have followed a principle called 0 or 100 in my life. If I'm not 100%, even when I show up for meetings, I shall not take on any role. And I have practiced this principle all of these years, especially so after now becoming inactive from mainstream industry. And I do this from first thing in the morning, from the way I fold my bed sheet or blankets to how I fold my clothes and arrange them in my closet. It's 0 or 100, which means no half-baked cakes. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask all of you, do you follow whatever you do with passion, with ownership, and with pride, or what I call P-O-P. Ding dong. Hi, I'm here. Remember? You invited me for tea and some homemade cakes? I'm especially looking forward to your homemade cakes because I know that you do whatever you do with passion, ownership, and
Right.
pride. Or do you? Think about it. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you so much, our speaker, Jai and I.
Just to let you know, there wasn't any timing.
There was no timing for green and yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Can we see to it?
Let me
Yeah.
look into that. Okay, in that
But it's okay. I
case,
realized enough time to know that.
Luckily, he realized, so I think he made it in time.
in that case, I will be also taking part as the timer role for tonight.
Thank you, Kester.
Thank you so much for noticing. I was so immersed with the speech, I didn't notice
Yeah. Oh
whether
my
there was
God.
a timer or not. So thank you so much, Jai, for sharing such a fascinating experience with the POP principle, passion, ownership, and pride. So it's truly a inspiring and meaningful speech. So let's give Jai a round of applause.
Mhm.
And we will have a 1 to 2 minutes evaluation or feedback from our audience before I call upon the evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Patricia, to provide her feedback to Jai and Ryan. So who would like to give a brief feedback to Jai's speech? Yeah, if you are too shy to unmute yourself, you can also type it down in the chat, and share the love to all of us. It's like a contest. 1 minute of silence.
Yes, 1 minute of silence. Great.
Okay, so Patricia is ready. So
Yes.
let's put our hands together to welcome our speech evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Patricia.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, certainly to evaluate my mentor, Jay or Jai. Now, we all know Jai is actually a master of vocal variety, and it's my honor today to listen to how he mastered the several dimensions of the vocal. So I'm going to evaluate based on his tonality, his pitch, his pacing, his volume, and of course the use of pause. Quite a lot of dimensions here. We realize Jay used all the 5 elements to narrate his story so that all of us were really immersed in this powerful speech. As a matter of fact, it's so evident because our timer forgot to time. Jay and I was really listening attentively. So what Jai has done is actually to be really free of his spirit so that he make his speech alive when he has no reservation. He was just there to serve, to relieve the story, make sure we can get the message, which is POP. Now, we notice the very important skill set that Jay has is actually to use the pitch and the tonality to create the characters in his speech. So when he mentioned about his father and also the CEO, we noticed there is a change of voice. But how he has done it, it was very natural. We couldn't tell, we can tell the difference, but it wasn't awkward. That's all I want to say. So what I'm saying is to come to Jai speech, this stage, we have to practice our voice in such a way that sometimes we speak in a different range. So I love the fact that you demonstrate the power of human vocal variety, so we can really get inspired by you. Now, Jay or Jai, I'm just going to nitpick a little bit. I thought you can dramatize a little bit even more, because today we have many audience. What do I mean by that? When you say, oh my goodness, right? I thought you probably can even dramatize it. Oh my goodness. It's like together with your hand gestures and all that. Because when we dramatize things, then we really create the tension in our audience. So that's one. Now, in terms of your body gestures, I would just give a little bit of feedback on the hand gestures. You were also using purposefully done hand gestures so we could follow it. I have taken some shots, just that some of the hand gestures, sometimes I'm going to the micro expressions of the hand gestures. Sometimes they block your face. So just be mindful of that. Other than that, this project is about vocals and body gestures. You can tell I'm really passionate and I got so much from you. And because of this, Jai, continue to demonstrate your power whenever you're delivering speeches. And that's how you will continue to bring life into your speech. So your speech is a living speech. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Patricia, for your valuable feedback to Toastmaster Jai. And our next speaker for tonight is none other than Shamini. So she is attempting her level 1 project, writing a speech with purpose. And I'd like to give a brief introduction about Shamini. She is also a valued member of our club, and she is the other half of Jai Narayan. With her cheerful personality, she is not only the mastermind behind tonight's theme, but also the person who designed this beautiful virtual background. And I'm excited to hear her speech and see her bring the energy to the stage. So without further ado, let's put our hands together to welcome our second speaker, Shamini, with a speech titled Finding Joy, Shamini. The stage is yours.
Shamini, stop talking to your friend beside you. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously that sounded like a teacher, didn't it? I was not in kindergarten. I was not in primary school. I was not even in secondary school when I was chastised like that. I was actually in college. Can you believe it? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, many years ago, when I was a teenager, after I finished my secondary school, my parents and I decided that I would continue my education in India. So we were part of a social welfare and NGO, and they had this college in India. So I said, wow, what an opportunity. Nice for me to go and learn in a very holistic place. Well, dreams are one thing and nightmares are another. What I thought would turn out to be a dream turned out to be a bit of a nightmare, because for 2 years, I was in this college, which was so rigid with their rules and regulations. I really got so stressed out. Yeah. For instance, okay, when we were in the dining room and when we ate, we had to be totally silent. We couldn't talk to anybody in the dining room. Next, it's a girls' college. So no mixing around with any male member. My Sanskrit teacher was the only male lecturer and he was 82 years old. Can you imagine? Yeah. And we weren't allowed to go into the kitchen because the cooks were all men. That's strict, okay? When we were studying during the study hour after dinner, we couldn't even talk to our roommates. Can you imagine that? There would be prefects circling like vampires around the college rooms. The hostel rooms, and they will suddenly come in and check us to see if we were talking to our roommates. They would even look at what we were reading because we only were supposed to be reading textbooks, not anything else. If you think that was bad, one day I came back from college and I saw that my suitcase was open. Talk about no privacy. They had taken away 3 of my music cassettes because they were thinking whether I was listening to rock music or something. But it was instrumental music and they gave it back to me. Yep. So it was rigid. We couldn't go out of the campus. No buying things, anything. If we needed anything, the prefects would go to town and buy it for us. Can you imagine 2 years of that? So how did we find joy? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you had the intention to find joy, you will. I remember this quote. 2 men looked from behind bars. One looked down at the mud, the other the stars. I remembered this quote there when I was staying in that hostel and studying in that college. And I thought I would make the best of what I had. So I had this group of 5 friends. All of us were crazy. Okay, so we made fun of our situations. Instead of crying, we made jokes about it. And somehow or other, we could manage to stay sane. We even had, like in Sundays, they gave us bread. Bread was such a big thing. Something we took for granted at home. Bread with tomato jam. Yes, I think you've heard this before, tomato jam. And I really liked it because it was better than some of the stuff they gave us in the hostel, okay? So yes, little bits of joy. Ladies and gentlemen, there will always be little bits of joy that you can find. When we were, after college, we had tea time. They gave us some watery tea with something or other, which wasn't so great. And then they would let us walk a bit. So we had some little joy walking out of the hostel, but still in the campus. And there wasn't any much green because quite brown and dry, but we still had a little bit of joy. We would just be cracking jokes or something like that. Yes. Then I came back after 2 years. And whatever, ladies and gentlemen, when you don't have something or when it's taken away from you, then only you truly appreciate it. I came back to abundance of joy. I enjoyed my mom's cooking. I enjoyed having the freedom to go out of my house, to go and meet my friends, to go and meet my relatives. So much that I took for granted. I enjoyed it. I didn't just find joy. Joy was there and I just didn't know it was there. Like during COVID, right, ladies and gentlemen, when it's taken away from you, and then suddenly when you get it back again, you appreciate the little things. So ladies and gentlemen, where do you find joy? Like in this meeting, I'm finding joy mixing around with all of you. Imagine 2,000 is it that many thousands of miles away?
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm here seeing all of you and listening to you throughout the meeting. And that's where I find some joy. Toastmasters gives me joy. That's why I'm still here after 13 years. Why else, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's in our hands. We find joy not every day or all the time, but we can find joy whenever we're thinking about it, right? Or whenever we intentionally look for it. We have to look for joy in the moments. It's not in the long-term thing that, it's always going to be joyous. That would be so boring, right? Happy every time is so boring. We can only appreciate happiness when we've had sadness and come out of it. So happiness really matters. So yes, joy, where can we find it? Sometimes drinking a cup of tea, sometimes eating some ice cream. I did that today. I had ice cream. And sometimes just watching some program that makes us feel happy, sometimes listening to music. When I was very sad, when my mom was terminally ill, I used to listen to rock music. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, rock music. This auntie was listening to rock music, okay, Linkin Park, car. Yes, that's where I found my joy amidst the challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, you can always find joy, even though you're facing some challenges. Just be open your mind, open your heart, maybe even open your soul. Joy is always there. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shamini, for sharing such a wonderful speech about finding joy in our life's little moments, such as savoring your mom's cooking, reconnecting with your relatives and friends, So happiness is actually always there. And tomato jam, what an intriguing, food. I can't help but wonder how it tastes because normally what I encounter jam is usually something sweet. So this could be a savory kind of jam, which I never tried before and would like to try it one day. So thank you so much. And now we will have a 1 to 2 minute feedback from our audience, if there's any. Yeah, you can also type it down in the chat.
Maybe we can invite Patsy.
Patsy, would you like to give a brief evaluation or feedback?
Actually, I had the joy of listening to Shamani's speech. As a matter of fact, when Jai spoke, I found that Shamani, probably you're even over Jai's vocal variety because I can feel. Sorry, I don't try to discriminate, but I do enjoy your vocal much more. It's like a contagious because when you're smiling over there, I am smiling on this side as well. Smile is really contagious, and not to mention you're talking about the time and you were raised up in girls' school, and and the teacher was the only male. That was something very interesting, like a twist that make me laugh. And it was the only thing that I even if for the evaluation point of view, because it's in front of the camera, I was looking at you on the speaker screen. Shamani, look at me, look at me. I'm not sure whether you're looking at the other side, maybe a screen, but I don't think so. It will be a better if you just speak to this, in front of the camera. That would be even more connecting. But it is an enchanting, attractive, but it's a fun and a loving speech. Thank you for giving this inspiration speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Patsy, for the feedback. And I believe Lei Ting is ready with her evaluation. So, evaluating Shamini tonight is Distinguished Toastmaster Tan Lei Ting. She is the champion of Division J Evaluation Contest for the term 2024-2025. So, she will be competing in the District 51 Evaluation Contest in the upcoming annual conference in 26th and 27th of April. So she is also the past district admin manager and team member of both District 51 and 102. So in District 51, she's a member of Kijang Toastmasters Club and DTM Toastmasters Club. And in District 102, she's from Friendship Toastmasters Club. So let's give a big round of applause to welcome our evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Tan Lei Ting. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Chester, for your very kind introduction. Finding joy, Toastmaster Shamini. Thank you for sharing with us this very pertinent, very important topic this evening. I am totally inspired, enlightened. One of the most important strengths that you have in your speech is the strategy that you use in turning a story, a personal story, into a profound, compelling message. How you begin your speech is something you have given a hint as well as a hook. Something very unique. Your stories is very natural, original, and I did not expect how it will lead to the key message of finding joy. It was a joy to me when you finally said, how did you find joy in this type of situation? So that is a good strategy. You keep us thinking. And number two, in terms of delivery, I do like your facial expression. You did not exaggerate, but the meaning is there. I could sense what you meant. And I like how you use humor here and there. And most importantly, the third thing is about the message. Finding joy. It is a very simple phrase, but how can we do that? I find that you have used examples that we can relate to, not only in our social life, but also in Toastmasters. So these are the great strengths that you have demonstrated, the strategy in using stories, the delivery, and the message. Given that you are such an experienced speaker, how else can you do to improve your speech? I was thinking probably you can consider using some pauses. There are many things that you would like to relate to us. It will be very helpful to prepare the audience so that we'll be with you better and give us some signposts. Are you going to bring us from India back to Malaysia, from your mother's cooking to Toastmasters? Get us ready so that we are more prepared and we will be having the message not only from the heart, but not only from the head, but also from the heart. Be with you. And the second thing is about call to action. Your call to action, it would be good. Maybe it can be more specific. For example, immediately right after this speech, what can we do? What can we think? And anything that we can change. Something more specific that we can do, because the objective of this speech is there must be a specific purpose. So another way of doing it is you can begin your speech by just telling us the specific objective of your speech. For example, you can say, how is it possible to find joy? It's there. Do you believe it? Then you can start with the story. Begin and end with the key message. That is mainly for the purpose of this speech, writing a speech with purpose. Toastmaster Shamini, thank you for inspiring me with your stories, your strategy, and with a little bit of transition and signposting. Probably you can add greater impact to your speech. Thank you, and back to you, Chester.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Tan Lei Ting. So it was an insightful and valuable feedback. So wishing you all the best in the upcoming district contest.
Thank you.
Up next, we will have our third speaker. Our third speaker is Kelly Yan from MC Joe Toastmasters Club. She is a talented professional MC. So Kelly recently won her club level international speech contest and is also preparing to compete in the area level contest. With her expertise and stage presence, I look forward to an inspiring and captivating speech from her tonight. So let's put our hands together to welcome our third speaker, Kelly Yan, with her speech title, Robbery. Robbery, Kelly Yan.
I just want to clarify, I'm doing real estate industry.
Real estate industry, okay. Thank you for the clarification, Kelly.
How did you spend your Chinese New Year long holiday this year? My family stayed in KL. We visited our relative houses for reunion gatherings. My neighbor went back to their hometowns to celebrate this festive season with their families. During this long holiday, the area surrounding our housing estates was quiet, seemed like a dark, empty village compared to normal days, because most of the neighbors were away, either traveling overseas or went back to their hometowns, balik kampung. This silence made us feel both peaceful and uneasy at the same time. In these situations, make us more cautious about our safety and the potential robbery cases. While most of the neighbors were away, we knew that most of the people away from our town, lesser people around us, our home, become potential targets for the burglars. Even though we kept an eye on our neighbor house and we stay alert, an unexpected incident still occurred. At around midnight, everyone else from my family was preparing to sleep, and I was sitting in the living hall scrolling through my handphone. Suddenly, I heard some unfamiliar noises coming from my neighbor compounds. My heart started to race and I felt uneasy. I not dare to open the door to investigate. I just peeped through the curtain of my glass door. My eye widened in shock when I noticed a dark shadow slowly, quietly clumping over my neighbor auto gate. What is the robber? Was someone trying to break into my neighbor's house? Feeling confused and worried, I quickly told my brother. My brother immediately grabbed and wrought iron, walked carefully towards my neighbor compound to find out what was going on. As my neighbor got closer to my neighbor's house, he heard someone trying to force open the door. The sound of the metal scraping against the lock, shake, was scary. My heart raced and my palm felt sweaty. At that moment, I grabbed my handphone tightly, ready to call 999 for help. When my brother reached to the front gate of the neighbor house with his wrought iron raised, ready to defend himself with the dark shadow, the porch light suddenly turned on. My brother and the dark shadow froze in place. Stop! I held my breath, terrified about what might happen next. I was shocked when I noticed the dark shadow turned out to be my neighbor. At the end, we all laughed loudly because we found out that our neighbor had forgotten to bring his house key when he left his hometown. I thought you were a robber. And I thought I was going to be attacked by your brother. I felt relieved because it was just my neighbor and not a robber. Luckily, I did not call 999. Since then, our neighbor and our family have upgraded our main door with a digital fingerprint lock. This incident served as a wake-up call for us. We realized that the importance of the home security is we have took a few steps to protect our house. Number one, we install timer system to automatically on the light at night. Seemed like someone was home. Number two, we upgrade our security system by installing new CCTV to monitor the surrounding of our house day and night. Number three, we also added a new alarm system in order to alert us when someone trying to break into our house for extra cautions. It is better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. You never know when something unexpected might happen. Protect ourselves and our loved ones by making safety a priority. Thank you. Back to TME.
Thank you so much, Kelly, for the wonderful and humorous speech. So it's definitely a great message that I've taken. So we have to protect the loved one. So it's better to install security camera into your house so that you can see clearly who is in front of the gate. All right, thank you so much. And we shall have 1 to 2 minutes feedback from our audience. So feel free to unmute yourself and share your feedback.
Hi, TME. May I make my comments for since my laptop is running out of battery?
Oh, okay. So yeah, let's have Mark Kamshi to provide his evaluation to Kelly on the language part.
Thank you, TME, Chester. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and also to Toastmaster Kelly. So today you did your speech with the title Robbery, and the focus of my evaluation based on the agenda is to focus on language. I like to cite that before I start, I'm a Master of English Studies, and I have been teaching students English and literature for the past 8 years, and I've been teaching from primary school all the way to PhD level, to over 1,000 students. So what I've noticed about your speech was that it is really very creative, it's really very expressive, and that you're very passionate about the things that you went through. And when you express yourself, you did it very well. It was about pronunciation and emotion. But today, what I'd like to focus on will be about language use. Since my evaluation will be focused in this area. There were some phrases that I note of that you mentioned just now. The first one is my family stay. Family is singular. So therefore, if you are using family being singular, it should be stays, Stays. All right. So it's worth taking note where singulars and plurals are concerned. The next phrase will be the area surrounding our housing estates. The thing is, when you're indicating an area where you are staying, it is and that would be just one area. So therefore, instead of stating housing estates, you should state estate singular, all right, instead of plural. Next one will be in these situations. In this case, because you use the word this, it is supposed to be singular, therefore the following word should be singular as well, situation. Then I took note of another word that you pronounced earlier on, bungalows, but of course was able to pick up the implied meaning you intended to say burglars. So instead of the pronouncing this word as bun, lers, lers, bungalows, you should say burglars. Okay, I will spell it out. BUR for bur, GLARS, glars. So burglars. Next, my
Burglars.
neighbors. Yes, that's right. All right. I will give share some suggestions on how you can bring yourself to the next level. And I'm doing this first because my laptop is running out of battery as it is. Okay. So my neighbors compounds. The thing is, you are indicating I of course double check to see whether compounds was supposed to be countable or uncountable. And according to the Cambridge Dictionary, the word compounds is a countable noun. So therefore, if it's countable noun, it can be singular or plural. But in this case, my neighbor's compound, you're talking about your neighbor and you're talking about the compound of her home. So therefore, it's supposed to be singular. All right. So that's the first part. Then the next thing is I felt relieved. Okay, after you're talking about burglars and everything else, you say I felt relieved. There's a pronunciation issue. It's supposed to be relieved. RELIEVED. All right. I would like to share a suggestion on how you can bring yourself really to the next level and to truly excel, and hopefully with better language use, it will help you to move up to division level. And this is, you will benefit substantially by using Microsoft's Reading Coach. Do search on Google Reading Coach, READING COACH. It will lead you to a Microsoft website. All right. And what you can do over there is that you can listen to the words and read aloud, and therefore you will be when you read aloud, you will improve your pronunciation. You improve your listening ability, your reading ability, your pronunciation as well. And then, of course, with artificial intelligence to capture, to have voice recognition of what you say, it will guide you on your pronunciation. So when you work on this on a constant basis, you do this at a very rapid pace. I would highly recommend for you to do this as often as possible before you go for your area contest. Do so, and I believe that your ability to express yourself at a much better level with excellent pronunciation, all this is coming to play. This will definitely support you to achieve champion in the in the upcoming contest. And I wish you all the best. This evaluation, my evaluation, comes with all my best wishes for you. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm done with my
Thank you.
evaluation. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank
Chester,
you.
since
Yes.
Mark's computer has a problem and Ravin is leaving, would we like to take a picture now?
Okay, sure. So let's take a group photo. Thank you so much,
Mhm.
Sham, for the suggestions. Yeah, please switch on your video camera and we shall take a group photo before Mark's ran out of battery and also yeah, those who need to leave. All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, smile, kachak. Okay, again, 3, 2, 1, smile, kachak. All right, thank you so much. So I'd just like to share that Mark is currently serving as the Area C3 Director in District 102, and he is also a dedicated member of Hybrid Toastmasters Club as well as ITC Bintang Toastmasters Club. And he is also the founder of Mark Academy, who is passionately contributing to education and communication excellence. So with that, our next evaluator who will be giving her overall evaluation and feedback to Toastmaster Kelly is Lina Yap. So Lina is a biomedical professional and also a past area director of District 102. And she is an accomplished speaker and also a member of OUM Toastmasters Club. She is currently competing as a evaluation contestant in the area level, and tonight she will be showcasing her expertise in delivering an insightful evaluation. So let's put our hands together to welcome Lina Yap.
Toastmaster Kelly, can you hear me?
Yes, can.
Toastmaster Kelly,
Hello.
I love your speech. What you did very well or you are excellent in is your body language, which is very purposeful. For example, you slowly walk forward and crawl when you say slowly move forward. So that is very interesting, and I caught a few of the purposeful body gesture, and when somebody is cutting the gate iron and you make a sound as well with the volume vocal variety. And apart from body language, what you are excellent in is your vocal variety, because I observe or listen and notice that you use volume, which is high and low volume or normal volume at certain different occasion. And you also use different pitches throughout your speech, and that engage the audience and make your story more attracting, and people are more wondering of what is next because you create some suspense in between as well. The third thing I like about your story is you shared something which is very relatable to every one of us, where all of us, most of us in Klang Valley, go back to hometown and it's very empty, and especially during festive season, we are so-called target of robbery. So it is something that everyone can relate on, and I like the twist of your story where finally the robber is actually the owner of the house. Well done on that story. And what I would like you to work on or challenge you to work on is, since you are presenting on a virtual stage, I noticed that certain part of your body, part 1/3 or 1/4 of your body were out of the screen when you stand towards the side a little bit. And when you moved in front of the screen to front, I noticed that your hands gesture was cut off. And probably you might want to work on adjusting your screen or move to the back a little bit so that your hand gesture and movement will not be cut off in the virtual presentation. And the last thing that I would like to suggest for you to enhance your speech, since you are going for a contest, is to include some rhetorical device and choose your words wisely so that you can change the outcome of your speech, where you can engage the audience and you look more professionally. Sometimes certain words naturally will make you look or make your speech look more professional and more engaging as well. So when you choose your phrases and words wisely, you will do very well in your speech. So to summarize, you have a very good body language, vocal variety, and your speech is relatable with a twisting. Work on your screen, virtual stage, and also choose your words and use rhetorical device to enhance your speech. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Lina, for the wonderful feedback and also wishing you all the best in the upcoming area contest. So let's
Thank
give
you.
Lina a round of applause. All right, so that is the end of our evaluation and also the project speech session. And we are coming towards the table topic session. Yes, that's correct. And Martin is doing his active listening project, which is a level 2 in the path. And he will be evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Rita, our chartered president. So without further delay, let's welcome our table topics master, Martin Yo.
Hi everyone, my name is Martin. Welcome to the Royal Premier most exciting session, which is a table topic session. Well, as you know that tonight theme is Create Your Own Sunshine. Without further ado, let's invite our first table topic speaker, Mr. Ravin. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. You may go ahead.
I have ready a 10 question. You may pick one of them.
Any one of your choice is fine by me, sir.
Okay, let's get the first question. What makes you happy when you feel sad? What makes you happy when you feel sad?
What makes me happy when I'm sad? Obviously, if I can hear the jingle of the money in my pocket. If my pockets are full, then there's no time for sadness. Why should you be sad? You can buy your way around, you can buy your way through, you can get food on the table. So why cry? Why be sad? There's absolutely no reason. But I'm kidding, really. Even though you have money, life is such that it's always oscillating, ups and downs. Any and everything can make you sad, any and everything can make you happy. For example, let's not go far. If I get a table topic which I can't address, you know I will not be happy. Will I be? Chances are I'll be sad. I'm getting something that I'm going to get cornered. But when I get a table topic which I feel I can address, hey, it's sunshine all the way for the next 1.5 minutes or so. And this being one topic. Because sadness and happiness are part of life. Nothing new, nothing strange. It's something that I go through every day. In a day of 24 hours, there may be an hour in which you're sad, the other 23 hours you're happy. There are times in which the total whole day is a day of sadness. So for me, I honestly, to be very honest, I don't bother so much about the sad occasions anymore. For the simple reason, very simple reason, I have come to the tail end of my life. I'm not saying this, I'm not saying that I'm going to die tomorrow, even after this meeting. But look, I've come to the final quarter, the final quadrant of my life. You roughly know what's the age. I'm now, if I'm a BMW, I'm running 777 series. So, final quarter. Is that time to be unhappy? I find joy in everything because I rather go to my grave smiling than going sad. Thank you, and back to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ravin. Thank you for sharing your life experience. I know everyone will be triggered with the happiness of having money. And the most important thing that I learned from you is the mindset. Yeah, the mindset is everything that shine our day. Well, let's invite our second table topic speaker. Here we are, Mr. Ashok. Can we invite Mr. Ashok?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh,
We have
Can you hear me?
9. Yes, loud and clear. We have 9
Oh.
questions here from 2 to 10. You may pick one of them.
I'd like to go for 7.
7. Right. 7 is your lucky number. Can you tell us about a time that make you feel better? Can you tell us about the time that make yourself feel better?
Okay, first of all, thank you everyone for your warm welcome, and thank you, Patricia, for inviting me in for this meeting. So when I think about the time that make me feel better, what do you think? What could be that time that make everyone to feel better? If I'm not wrong, that could be the time of joy. That's what we are talking about today, time of happiness or time of achievement. And over all those things, in my case, I feel the time of self-satisfaction is the time that make me feel happiness all the time. You know, it's not all about achievement. It's not all about what you do in your life and what you succeed. At the end of the day, it is all about your self-satisfaction. So in my case, I feel the time when I feel like really I have done something that satisfy my soul, and for the things that I am really possessive on. If I achieve 20% or 25% of that part of the work, I feel like that is the time that bring all the joy and all the happiness in my like daily life. So for the example, I am a student by profession, so as a student and as a researcher, if like particular research things or particular homework is given to us, if we are really passionate and if we can at least achieve 10%, for in my case, I'm not like saying about everyone, like the perspective of everyone is entirely different. But if you ask me, I feel like if I can achieve that 10%, even just 10%, and if that is with full of my heart, if I have given my whole things to achieve that 10%, at the end of that 10%, I feel like, oh, okay, this is the time I should joy. And not only that, I give the treat to my body as well. So I feel like, when you do something, give treat to your soul, give treat to your body. So in my case, I'll just watch the movie for 10 minutes, or I'll just eat something tasty, or I'll just walk around, chill out with friends for 10 minutes. So it is like treat to yourself. So I would say the time of joy or the time of the happiness is the time that you spend with your full heart, the time when you feel yourself self-satisfaction, and the time when you feel like you were better than before, and whatever you were yesterday, today you are much more better and you are progressive in the life. So I think that is the time that make me feel happiness. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Ashok. Thank you for sharing with us how you achieve your joy. Yeah, every person may have a different journey, and you may measure your joy by your progress, by your planning and your progress. Some people may have only joy when they're progressing more than 50%. Some people is 20%. It's very subjective. But anyway, I'm happy to hear that you have your way to achieve and make yourself feel better. Well, now let's invite our third table topic speaker. Can we have Patsy? Yeah,
Yes, sure.
yeah. Uh, we have 8 questions left,
Number
except
4? Number
number
4,
4.
please. Yes.
Okay. The question number 4 is, how do you stay positive when things go wrong? How do you stay positive when things go wrong?
When things go wrong, I think we all encounter that sort of a thing when everything is not on your way. Are you going to be upset? How are you going to handle it? Sometimes there's something happening just so fishy. I'm going to share one of my example that lately I was competing in the area contest. Usually, as we prepare our speeches or when we practice, we always know where that green boards or the yellow cards and the red cards fall on the certain pacing. During the contest, it's very strange. I did not even see 2 timers flash any boards. I was thinking, oh, my talk too fast? Just slow down. So I spoke so slowly. Even I feel I was dragging the whole speeches. And after the speech, I thought I was out because I saw the timer eventually just rush gave me the red card. I said, what is happening? I know I'm going to fall. No chance, no chance at all. It must be something that happening on my speeches. I could not even see, anything. That afterwards, and I was in the second place. Why? Because the other day I had to write to the contest Toastmasters say, I did not notice the cards at all. What is happening? And he said, see, you were lucky. You were exactly a minute because the timers did not even give those lights. So how did I stay positive when things did not go right? I'm telling you, I just kept going. And at that moment during the speech, I almost gave up. I think I literally tried to stop in the middle of the speech and then asking, did I have those red cards? But fortunately, I kept going. So my conclusion is when things are not going right, keep going until you checked out is there something really wrong. Then you have to make a decision from there. I was fortunate enough to stay on the speech. I'm still qualified. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Patsy. Thank you for your spirit of stay positive. Whenever you was in the nervous state, whatsoever situation. Well, this is something where we have to learn from you. Next, can we invite Mr. Lucky? Is Mr. Lucky around? Well, it's okay. Let's uh let's invite Miss Krishnan. Is Krishnan around? Well, can we invite Rita? Rita?
Rita is your evaluator. Why not we get
Ah.
Lei Ting? Because it's not common to have Lei Ting in our house. I want to hear
Sure.
topics.
Let's have Lei Ting.
Okay.
Can I have your question? We have 10 questions out of 1, 4, and 7.
You can give me a question.
What if number 10?
As long as it's the easiest one.
Definitely. What's one thing that you can do today to create your own happiness? One thing you can do today can create your own happiness.
Happiness or sadness. I feel that these are just two things in the same coin. In one moment, we can feel sad. Another moment, we can feel happy. Because our mind works in such a way that most of the time we react. Although we tell ourselves that we should respond and not react. Anyway, since you asked me, what is the one thing that I can make myself happy today? I would say that there is something I didn't expect. For information, I planted pineapples just out of curiosity. How can pineapples grow in a pot? So it has been there for 2 years. Nothing happened, only leaves. And one of my friends told me, oh, it is overdue. There's no hope already. So I decided last week that I'm going to cut them off. So the whole of this week, I didn't look at them, I didn't water them, because I've decided that they are going to end their journey in my garden. But you know what? Something unexpected happened. When I passed by the pots just now, I saw that 2 out of 4 pineapples are bearing fruits. I am not sure whether they are going to grow into a full pineapple, but it was really a joy for me. So my message is, a little thing in our life can give us joy, especially something that we don't expect. When we thought we are going to give up something, probably the pineapple heard me and it responded, or rather reacted, and see, this is my fruit for you. So life is something very interesting. Just look out for it. Joy is everywhere. I quoted you, Shamini. With that, back to you, Martin.
Thank you, Lei Ting. Thank you for sharing with us your patience that lead you to the happiness. As we know that our human brain, our brain is very easy to think of worriness. But Lei Ting has a very strong patience that make her continue towards leading her to happiness. Thank you. Here, I would like to end the table topic for tonight, and I'll pass over to Rita. Thank you.
Rita, you have to unmute yourself.
Thank you, Martin, for that, choosing those wonderful topics about happiness and joy, and and also for preparing some interesting topics. We also have a few Patsy and the speakers congratulations for taking the courage to volunteer yourself and speak. My evaluation for Martin is for him to focus and to demonstrate his ability to listen what the speakers are saying. So congratulations, Martin. I think you have achieved this part of your demonstrating your ability to listen attentively. And the topics chosen was very good. And sometimes you are so excited, just some room for improvement. You are so excited before the second, before finishing the first speaker, just wait for the second speaker to come on board before you say the question. I think the second speaker, using the team, create your own sunshine. That is very good. But however, although you manage to capture from each speaker, you manage to capture some of the things that they were saying. But however, like for example, Leiting, because you kept going back to the words happiness and joy, but she also, how you can also say about her personal story about the pineapple story, how she read the harvest and the joy of seeing the harvest, things like that. So that would have made your table topics or your listening skills more impactful. However, you have to also look out for the key message. What is the key message that they are trying to say? Pick up the key message. All in all, I must say that seeing that you have improved tremendously, I can see you're more confident, more energetic over the years. And well done, Martin. Congratulations. You have done well. Just to summarize, just take note of what is the message actually, what are they trying to tell you the message. Okay, so all in all, you have achieved your purpose, and well done. I hope to see you improving in your next speech and listening to your next speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Rita, for your evaluation and feedback to Martin. Is definitely a golden nugget. Excuse me for that, because I'm still recovering from my flu. And yeah, so that's the end of the table topic session. And as the timer, I shall give a brief report on the timing for the speakers evaluators. So we start with the evaluation by distinguished Toastmaster Patricia. She took 3 minutes and 30 seconds right on the dot. And we have Shamini. Your speech took 6 minutes and 32 seconds. Evaluation by distinguished Toastmaster Leiting took 4 minutes and 3 seconds. Apologize on that because I forgotten to show the virtual background of the timing. The time when I noticed is already 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So I thought, okay, just let Leiting finish her evaluation. And Kelly's speech took 5 minutes and 32 seconds. So you have another minute to speak as well. And then the evaluation by Toastmaster Makamshi took 4 minutes and 29 seconds. From evaluation from Lina Yap took 3 minutes and 22 seconds. As for the table topics, our first speaker, Ravin, took 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Our second speaker, Ashok, took 2 minutes and 43 seconds. And our third speaker, Patsy, took 2 minutes and 28 seconds. And our fourth speaker, Distinguished Toastmaster Lei Ting, took 2 minutes and 19 seconds. As for the evaluation by Distinguished Toastmaster Rita, took 3 minutes and 44 seconds. So that's my timekeeper report. And with that, I would like to hand it back to our president, Distinguished Toastmaster Patricia.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's really give our not only timer but also Toastmaster of the evening, Chester, a huge round of applause. It's not easy to wear so many different hats, but Chester, thank you so much for your service. And we thoroughly enjoyed the meeting. And if there's one very important lesson that I learned today, create our own sunshine, the most beautiful lesson that I got, we are all doing our best to create the best life that we deserve. And on this note, I'm so grateful to have so many of our members who came back. Rita came back after some period of absence, and we are so happy that she's back to Toastmasters again after going through some personal challenging moments. And to all our other members, we want to acknowledge your determination, your commitment to self-growth. And certainly, I need to acknowledge all our visiting Toastmasters from other clubs as well. We are always here doing our best, giving our best, even though we couldn't do the best to serve as a timer. I want to be a timer, but I couldn't, and Chester stepped in. And we could have done a lot better, but I thought on this note, we all learn together. So I would like now to listen to some feedback because of time constraints. So each of you, feel free to give a 20-second feedback. It's kind of quick and touch and go kind of feedback. Okay, let's start with Kelly. Kelly, thank you so much for choosing this platform to practice your speech, even though you're going to give an on-site speech. So what did you pick up from today's meeting, Kelly?
Today, I feel that the experience from the physical class and the virtual is so much different.
Yes.
Because when I can see myself, most of my expression focus on myself. At my platform is always physical. I focus my eye contact on the audience. Now I focused on myself. So the feeling a little bit weird for me. So that's why I can see myself, the body is like not enough space for me to act on the reaction. This is a good time to learn when we have different situation, we act like impromptu reaction.
Yes,
and adjust ourselves to align with the situations. Thank you. Thank you
so much,
giving
Kelly.
me
Thank
time.
you. Yeah, Kelly, actually, we recorded the session, so it's good that you watch the recording. If possible, I'll send it to you as well. So it's good that you watch yourself, because this is how the audience are going to watch you. On site, it's great that you are having eye contact on your audience, but when you record yourself, then you know how you look in front of your audience. Does that make sense to you? So it's always good, right? It's always good. You have the best of both worlds. Great. I would certainly also like to hear from Ashok. Ashok, thank you so much for zooming in. I know you are very passionate about self-growth. Yes, let us know, what did you learn about today's meeting?
Okay, again, I would not like stop saying thanks to you. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you to yourself.
Yeah, obviously this platform is exciting, and I love the energy of the people and the way we deliver the speech, like, comparing to the other Toastmasters club or, like on another platform. I find it very different, and I'll say, like, this is the platform where people can, speak up with more confidence and they can express more feeling. Because as I see, most of the Toastmasters of this club is very well experienced and like have a very good life experience as well. So it's a very good platform to learn by listening to the experience of the life and the self growth as well. Thank you very much, Patricia.
Yeah, very good.
Marvelous. I
Ashok
love
may
it.
be joining us, okay? He may be joining us soon. Okay, good. Lena, just a quick one from you. 20 seconds or 30 seconds, yes.
I enjoy the Royal Premier Toastmaster Club meeting. As usual, you have a lot of experienced speakers and evaluators, and it's a very nice experience listening to more experienced speakers and evaluator. I from them as well.
Yeah.
And I to share that Shamini has improved a lot today from her vocal varieties compared to her previous speech, and she's very confident today as well.
Wow. Thank you, Lena, for your feedback. Shamini is actually also a master of vocal variety. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Lena, for your feedback. And Patsy, quick one from you as well. Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you for the invite. Actually, it was a surprise to me, Shamini, and the Joy right here. I'm so happy you're great public speaking coaches. I just want to say again, thank you so much. 2 years ago, you guys helped me hand in hand, helped me to write the script and how to there's so many tips that you share. I just want to say thank you. I'm happy to have you today. Thank you.
It's a full circle, right? Thank you so much.
Yes.
And
Wow.
Jade, yeah, always ready to help. Well, Lei Cheng, thank you so much for saying yes to us. And we really learned a lot from you. And yeah, let us know your experience. Yes.
I find that it is so important to enjoy the journey and be relaxed. I felt very pressured. The more pressure I felt, the worse I'm doing. Yeah. I need to tell myself that just do the best. It is not about only wanting to win, but always take it as a learning opportunity. Yeah. So thank you very much, Patricia, for giving me this learning platform.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Lei Cheng, also for sharing your mindset. Sometimes we enter competition is really not to win, but to serve and also to deal with our own emotions. So that's a great journey by itself. Great. Thank you so much. Yeah. Christian, if you are ready to share, please unmute while I invite my members to share, okay? Christian, whenever you are ready. Yes, good.
Hi, Patricia.
Yes.
This was an interesting one because for me it was what was it? December last year, the face-to-face one.
Yeah, the face-to-face.
Yeah, I had a go at the table topic.
Good.
And now it's the Zoom one.
Yes.
Which is equally fun and energetic and awesome to say the least.
Yeah, good. Hopefully.
Thank you for the invite.
Yes, go ahead. Oh, okay. You already mute yourself. Okay. Yeah, Christian is a very devoted learner as well. And we thank you for zooming in. Hopefully you can join us as well. Great. So we also have, of course, our very, I would say, pillar in our club who made everything possible for us while he worked very hard most of the time at the background. And of course, it's none other than Uncle Lucky, our godfather of District 51. Yay! Drum roll.
Thank you for the warm welcome. First of all, warm welcome to all our guests for tonight.
Yes.
Who have really taken the moments to come and be here with us and share their voices and their feelings and all that. I was quite surprised to listen to Sham, because this is something that is quite different from her usual ways of delivering a speech. So I was quite really excited about that. And warm welcome to all the guests today is the International Day of Happiness. So lots of happiness to you all. and may you all succeed in all your speeches and whatever endeavors you do. So do come and visit us here and this club on Thursdays from 8 to 10, and we're very happy to serve you as much as we can. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you to our godfather. Lucky. Great. Now, as usual, Jay and Sean would be so called the final. They will do the final finale. Finale.
Yeah,
it will be the last to do the finale. So yeah.
Well, Patricia, since it's running late in Malaysia, I would actually want to give some very important feedback to Kelly if she's still with us.
Yes, Kelly.
Okay, Kelly, I would like to give you a very important feedback only because I want you to do very well at the area contest. All right. You already got some feedback from the rest, but here are some important points. So Kelly, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Good.
All right, good. Now, a couple of things. When is your area contest?
In 13th of April.
30th of April. Are you going to deliver the same speech?
Yes.
Okay. First point. Please try. I would suggest that you change that title robbery to the robber.
The robber.
Yeah, don't say robbery. Make it the robber. Okay, there's a big difference, and it's far more interesting as a title, number one. Number two, please pay attention to your high pitch. You're going too squeaky and very high. I couldn't even understand some of the words. Although you played with your voice, you're getting super high and super excited. You got to be more modulating it slightly lower so that people can understand what you're saying. Number three, I would suggest you have some time, cut out all that you're saying about, you said, install this system, do that. That is not a contest speech, Kelly. Those are for a regular Toastmaster research speech. Instead, make it more like a story, and how the message should be super clear. Message is, sometimes we see things and come to a conclusion, but we are wrong. Am I right? That's the message?
Well, I think it's about being prepared.
The message was, we see something and we think something, but we are wrong. She thought that was a robber, it was not.
Yeah, but what is your message?
What is your message?
The message is protect ourselves and loved one, making the safety a priority.
No, but then I leave it to you. I don't want to say much. That is a slightly, I'm sorry, I'm saying this only for your good. That's a weak message for a contest. The more powerful message is, we see things and we come to a conclusion, but we are wrong in life. So sometimes we shouldn't judge don't judge a book by the cover kind of message. Anyway, it's up to you. I just wish that you change it to the robber and pay attention to your high pitch because it's going too high. And
yeah.
And by installing all these three things, we twist it to a story.
Yeah, make it more storytelling.
Yeah, because it's not a research topic. It should be a contest speech.
Yeah, it's more storytelling. Yeah. You did well on the stories.
Yeah.
But your message has to come earlier and be clear. You have to be very clear what your message is, because your story doesn't say much about your message.
Yeah.
It's not a contest speech. Yeah.
I also heard this from someone else in my club, that my message is not strong enough.
Yep, it's not. Yep. That's why it's weak.
So think about it.
So I think I need to twist a bit on my last message.
Yeah, and bring it earlier.
And that message should come once before in your speech, not right at the end.
Yeah, message must come in the middle and then at the end.
And I'm sorry this is getting long for all of you, but one technique you could use, Kelly, is ask that question in the middle of your speech to your audience by saying, ladies and gentlemen, how often have you been prepared when you needed to protect your loved one? That question should come first. I'll repeat that. How often
from the beginning.
How often have you been prepared when you needed to protect your loved one? Then your message is clear in the end.
Oh, this one at the end.
No. In the middle of your speech, you have to bring your audience to your story, Kelly. You have to ask this question somewhere in the middle of your speech. How often have you been prepared to protect your loved ones?
Then repeat it at the end.
And then bring back the message again in the end.
So at least 2 times the message must be clear.
Where you'll put that in, I don't know. I can't remember your script. You have to know that yourself. Where to put it.
Yeah.
What is your saying?
Lating. Hi. Just 2 words on your evaluation. As you said, don't be pressured. Yeah.
Yes.
Just think of how you want to help the speaker. That's all you need to think. You know, once you think that, it's about the speaker, so you won't be pressured because you are trying to help the speaker. That's all. You're doing well. Don't keep it up.
Thank you.
We'll bring you back for sure, okay, Lei Ting?
Again, okay. I will.
Yes. And Kelly will bring you back as well. So yeah, whatever brought you here, I feel is not a coincidence. Somehow we are here to share our thoughts and to be part of your journey. And we are very grateful that you have spent time with us. We cherish the time that we have together. And Jay and Sham have been doing contests for many years. In fact, they have spent a lot of time to really understand the type of speech that is required for the International Speech Contest. And it's always a universal message that is very easily embraced by anybody. So on that note, Kelly, I also want to applaud you for showing up and never stop learning. And you were also very humble to come in and to learn from everyone. So you have a lot of time to do the little adjustment to your speech. And today, yes, you have many evaluators. And
Good for me.
yeah, and the session is recorded, so we'll send you the recording and you can do your own judgment. But most importantly, take whatever that's going to help you to bring your message to your audience so that they can really, because of your message, they can have more happiness, more joy, and certainly more meaning in their life. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Lei Ting, and thank you, Patsy, who is also competing again. Patsy, when is your contest?
This Sunday.
Oh, this Sunday, okay. Same with Lena as well. Lena is this Sunday.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, we have our 4 ladies, power ladies contesting. Okay.
All the best. All the best.
Yeah.
All the very best.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You win when you enjoy yourself, okay?
Enjoy yourself. Okay, before you go, everybody do a winning look, okay?
Winning.
Very determined, very focused now. Make sure you do your winning look, okay? And I'm going to take the screenshot and Chester, you can do it together with me as well. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to decide what is a winning look to you, okay?
Yes.
On my count, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you, everyone. I'll send this to you. And all the best to everyone. And remember to create your own sunshine. Before you guys go, I just want to ask Sham, create your own sunshine. Is this from Jay or you?
It's from me.
Wow.
Because I found out, as Lucky always says, if there's a day that it's corresponding to the date of our meeting, we can use that. So it was International Day of Happiness, and I didn't want to put that day of happiness. So I thought a bit and said, create your own sunshine. It was referenced with a quote that I saw. So, Hi, Lucky. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Good to see you too.
Because of you.
And hear you.
One observation, the word of the day was illuminate. That was not even mentioned.
Yeah, possibly the wrong word of the day. We should have said
illuminate, yeah.
You did not see the illumination. You didn't see the illumination.
For the next meeting. For next meeting, yeah.
But Sham's face was all lighted up.
Yeah. Good. We have Lei Ting and Sham also wearing the happy yellow. So with this, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And once again, yes, we meet every first and Thursday, 8 o'clock onwards. So with this, take care and always create your own sunshine. And bye-bye, everyone. Do
Have a
stay
great
positive.
week, everyone. Take
Otherwise,
care.
yeah.
Bye.
Have a good
Happy
rest.
weekend. Bye.
Yes.